Hi everybody, today we would see longest palindrome problem. So the problem statement is given a string consists of lowercase or uppercase. Find the length of the longest palindrome that can be built with these letters. Okay, so it could be lowercase or uppercase, and we have to find the longest palindrome of, of the given string. So if there is a palindrome problem, uh, the main thing we need to notice if the string length is even, if string length is even, if all the characters in the string have an even counter, then it's a palindrome. So all the character count is even, then it is a palindrome. The reason being, we can have an example here: A B B. So we have a string which is AABB. So this you can write as BAAB. So this is a palindrome. So main thing in palindrome is you need to count the number of characters present in it. Here A is 2, B is 2, so this is a palindrome. And similarly, if string length is odd, so if string length is odd, so what can happen is except one character, all the others can be even. For example, A, B, B, C. So here one letter is odd, which is C. So this can be write as BAC, AB. So this is a palindrome. So this is the main thing to note here. To find out whether a string is palindrome or not, you need to have a counter. So for even, it should be all the characters should be even. Count should be even. For odd, there should be one odd. Okay, for this problem, since it is long, we don't need to confuse this because I also had this confusion. Like for even, we have to have a separate condition. For odd, it has to have a separate condition. So we would take the major thing here is if the characters count is even, so we don't need to do anything. We would just check the particular thing is, we don't need to do anything. If the character count is odd, we will check how many characters is odd. So given the priority, one has to be odd for the palindrome to work. We would have a condition such that if the one count is greater than 1 and the modulo of the counter is greater than 1 is equal to 1, then we would add it in the result. So what we do is uh, our algorithm would be first create a counter for the string and then check how many odd values are there. If more than one odd values are there, present in the counter, so that time you add 1 to the result. So that is the string which we will remove to make it even. So that is why we do this. So at the end, you return the uh, result as length of the string minus the number of odd values present. So this would be our algorithm. So this would be our algorithm, number of odd values. So find first get the counter of the string, and from the string counter, check how many odd values are there. If more than one odd values are present, just increase the counter, answer counter, and then you return the length of s minus the odd values. So this would be the algorithm. If you're able to understand it, you can pause the video and work on your code, and others you can follow. So what I would do is I would add a comment, and then so this is counter, right? So as usual, I'll have a counter, I'll have a dict, Okay, this would give the counter. So check how many odd values are there. So verify odd value. So initial is 0 and this is our result value. Okay, check now the odd counter is present or not. So what we need to do is, this would be, we would value with the key value pair. So if v mod 2 is equal to 1 and odd count is 0, what we do is we'll add odd count to 1. Lf p mod 2 is equal to 1 and odd count is greater than 1. So then we'll add 1 to the result and we'll return length of s minus result. So that is the algorithm which we have written. So counter for the string, check how many odd values are there. So we'll have an odd counter, and then if odd value is present, we'll add it in the odd count, else we'll add it in the result. So we'll just run it. So this works. Yeah, this works. Okay, so one I also got confused here because we have length of the string even in length of the string odd. So should our strategy be different? So when I arrived with the combination permutation for both even and odd string, so it doesn't make any sense checking for the even values, because what you need is the longest palindrome. So if you are finding any odd values, just add 1 to the odd count, else you add it to the result and subtract with the rest. So similar questions you can see palindrome permutations. For this, I would give you an idea. So with the same, oh, this is not there. Okay, palindrome permutation. What it happens is, given a string, and if the string length is odd, then you check how many character count is odd, and if it is aligning with the expression which we encountered, you can solve that problem, similar problem. So thank you guys. Thanks a lot.